First up, let's bring on everybody's London hero, Paul Thorpe. Did you see Spencer move just then?
Yeah, I did.
He did. How you doing, Paul? Well, try it. Can we have mic number 2 on?
Hello, that's better. Everyone can hear me now.
Everybody, big round of applause for Paul Thorpe. Okay, got rid of the fever. Paul, I know you've been looking forward to this day for a very, very long time. The end of show after what's been a monumental weekend. How's it been for you?
Truly remarkable, unbelievable. I think that all the credit should go to Charlie and his team.
Yeah, where is Charlie? Charlie should be somewhere around. I did see him a couple of minutes ago. Well, we'll grab Charlie on in a second. I think he's having a drink and just taking it easy.
Charlie came to me at least 2 years ago telling me he had this dream of putting on a watch show, and he saw what I did down at Brighton and said, Paul, do you think we can do it? I said, Charlie, I know you. I think you can do it. There's going to be doubters along the way, and there was. So I'm just so delighted for him that it's all gone off as well as it has done, and they deserve a lot of credit.
Paul, what would you take away from this weekend? What have you got out of this weekend personally?
These people here.
Yeah.
100%. Because meeting the community is what it's all about. Because without the people that watch our channels and these boys down here, we're nobodies. So these guys make this happen.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Outside of all these people, we still are nobodies.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely a nobody.
Mrs. Thorpe is always telling me that I'm a nobody. So.
Yeah. You know, the funniest questions, I put out a thing on our Instagram saying, any questions you'd like to ask all these world-famous YouTube stars? And somebody piped up for you, Paul, what horrendous outfit is Paul Thorpe going to be wearing today?
I think I'm dressed down today, to be
You
fair.
are positively dressed down.
Dressed down.
Absolutely. And that's not such a bad thing. Next, let's bring in the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who put it all together. Charlie, tell me, the end of the show, are you breathing out now?
Yeah, definitely. A lot more chilled out than what I was yesterday morning, that's for sure.
Okay, and if you had to mark it 1 to 10 out of 10, how would you say the show's been successful for you?
Definitely a 10. Yeah, definitely.
I think we'd all agree it was a 10, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely, everybody's had a fantastic time. And I guess with your journey of doing this, there's things that you would have learnt along the way, things you're going to change for next time.
100%.
And there's definitely going to be a next time.
Yes.
London Watch Show 2022?
Yep.
Grosvenor House?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. That's fantastic news for everybody. Okay, wonderful. Next up, we're going to bring on... well, actually, he's my boss, technically speaking, because I produce his show. Let's bring up Spencer Dreyer of BQ Watches, That Watch Guy London. Okay, microphone 3 for Spencer. Spencer, how has the show been for you?
Incredible. It's all you guys. It's you guys. Oh. It's all of you guys who make this show.
Spencer, I'm going to stop you. Like we do on the channel, I've told you 10 million times. Turn the microphone toward... There we go.
Guys. What can I say? What with Charlie putting on this show, incredible. And it's all you guys here who come and see us and want to see watches that make this show. And Paul. I really want to thank Paul.
Well, I would... you can give him a round of applause for that. I would actually add something else in here because actually, there's a significant kind of... I won't call it risk to bringing, 4 or 5 million quid's worth of watches to a watch show, but your stand particularly obviously stands out. It's the first stand you see when you come in. There's a vast array of sort of circa 400 watches. How has the watch show actually been for you?
It's just been great to show what we have to everyone, and people have come up and said where they can't see things at AD's, what we've got here for them to see. Like all the OPs, Paul. I mean, Paul's spoken about people getting a collection of OPs, so we brought them here for people to see.
It's even better for me because I'm wearing a day date that's not mine, it's his, and I'm going to sneak out without giving it back to him.
Well, I noticed...
Won't
Paul,
be the first time, guys.
I noticed you took the Casio off, Paul, to come up here.
I did for this, yeah, I did.
You did indeed. And Spencer, one of the things that I know is going to be important to all the watch dealers here is it's not just for you guys to come and look at the watches and be sized up and down about the size of your pockets. It's really about putting them on, trying them on, seeing how it feels for people, and that's been a great success.
I mean, for years, I've not seen customers because I've supplied to trade. But now, seeing the public and seeing the pleasure people get out of a watch is quite incredible. And that's what I've really enjoyed, seeing all of you here today.
Fantastic. Now, I'm going to give you your second strike about your microphone. We'll talk about that after. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the USA, everybody's favourite, it's Roman Sharf.
This gonna work? Oh, it works.
See, there's a
this.
man, Spencer, who knows how to use a
He's
microphone.
been doing it a long time, what can I say?
He has indeed.
No, it hasn't been.
Roman, you
Not that
came
long.
a very, very long way to be here. How has your experience of not just the Watch Show, but London been for you?
Well, let me start with this. 2 years ago, Paul Thorpe, Brighton show, gets canceled because of this COVID thing. I keep my promises. I promise you I'd be here the next time the London show is on. And I'm here, and I'm going to be here for a while. I am absolutely astonished by the turnout, number one. The way the show has turned out. Charlie, where are you? Somewhere around here. Big round of applause for Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing show that he put on here. And what I love, I'm going to quote my friend Paul and say, watch people. This show was made specifically for that. It was made for the watch people. I don't remember having to shake so many hands, meeting so many people, speaking with so many people to the point where I was losing my. But at the end of the day, I've said it on plenty of my videos, I get to stare at one of those. This show, I got a chance to meet thousands of people, shake their hands, talk to them about watches in person and putting faces behind Instagram handles, YouTube handles, you name it. And to me, that was the biggest part of the show. It's the human aspect. It's to watch people that are out here today that showed up for the love of watches, and that's really it.
And I'll tell you, I'll add to that, Roman, because obviously for our channel, we've been speaking to us about you. And they say about all of you guys actually who are about to come on the stage, what absolute gentlemen. They gave their time, they shook our hands, they stood, they had a chat, they shared knowledge, stories about watches. So hats off to you for getting yourself over here, and it's very much appreciated.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And by the way, we all look forward to our invitation back to a Las Vegas show on you.
Let's go.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Can I just say before that, you better have some energy left because we're going out on the town tonight.
I got some energy left.
Everybody's got some energy left. Now, I know we're not specifically talking about watches right now because I want to have an opportunity to bring everybody in. And to be quite honest with you, all of you guys subscribe to all these channels, so you get to hear what their holy grails are and everything else. But is there any sort of watches that have impressed you as you've been walking around some of the stands over the past couple of days?
I haven't seen my holy grail, so my personal holy grail, and I've said it before, once I pay for 3 colleges and 3 weddings of my 3 children, I will put a Skymon Tourbillon on my hand. Today, it just doesn't make any sense to do so. It would be stupid. But I didn't see that watch. I did see a few pieces that stood out. I saw a very nice Rolex Comex dial, which was a beautiful watch. I didn't get a chance to move around much. But at the end of the day, I wasn't here for the watches. I didn't walk any single booth. I asked maybe a few prices here and there. I came here for everyone that's standing right here. So my main purpose was to be impressed. And my holy grail is to have an audience such as this and to be able to shake everyone's hands. This is my holy grail right here.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Alrighty, we're gonna do a bit of mic swapping now because we've got a limitation of 4 mics. So I'm gonna ask Spencer to swap out, and let's bring up Adrian from Barker and Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian.
How you guys doing?
Adrian, how you doing?
Very well.
Tell me, how's the I actually haven't seen you walking around because I've been too busy, but how's your watch show experience been?
Kind of exactly what Roman's just said. It's been great just we're getting close and cuddly.
Oh, there's plenty of room. We can all spread out.
Yeah, it's been great. Just haven't really looked at many watches. It's kind of been the whole watch community, just catching up with people. And exactly what you just said about meeting the people behind the Instagram handles, the YouTube channels. Like, I talk to all of these guys offline, but meeting them in person is awesome.
What I love most about you guys, I mean, I've known Paul now for about a year. I've known Spencer for way longer than I care to remember. But what I love about all of you guys, and actually all of you guys, is you are a real community. There is no competing against each other. You may be watch dealers, you may be YouTubers, but ultimately you're all there. And you're a big testament to that because you're in the middle of everything. You're at the center of everything to help everybody. And that's what I will take away from this weekend is the community amongst you guys, which reaches out ultimately to your customers, which I think is fantastic. What are you going to be doing in terms of like reporting back from the live show? I don't know if you've been doing any stuff. I haven't had a chance to look. What's the plans for your content for this week?
I haven't captured much, to be honest. I've just been talking with the people. I think my plan is just to do a bit of a Q&A, and no doubt there's going to be loads of people around the world have been asking questions about this on Instagram. So I think I'm just going to do a bit of a roundup. But my whole feeling around it is this is the first version of the show. And this is an insane success. From a punter's point of view, This is incredible. The branding, the layout, the execution has been top-notch. But this is a start. I'm really excited to see where it's going to go from here.
Fantastic. London Watch Show 2022. Right, let's bring on our next very quiet guest. He's sitting down, he's playing on his phone like a child. Let's welcome to the stage, Nico. There we
Hello.
go. Right, I'm obviously going to start with the obvious. Please no swearing, you are live on Channel 4 and all that kind of stuff. But we know that goes straight out the window, so let's just start with the swearing straight off. How was your show?
Fucking great.
All right. There we go. I mean, you're almost pretty much a living legend. How you're still alive after this weekend, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither, but it's been absolutely mental, mate.
You've really enjoyed it, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So I
I felt like a rock star, mate. Balls out, no bother, like.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, please refrain from getting your balls out right now live. I mean, we'd probably get shut down again. Tell me how your experience, because you've been dealing as well. How's the show been for you?
The show was absolutely incredible. This is my first trade show. So I've seen this stuff on what Roman does. Roman's the fucking... Sorry, I'll try not to use bad language. This is going to be very hard.
Emphasis on try. Emphasis
But
on try.
I see all the big boys doing all the shows, and for me to see this firsthand and doing it and getting the help from you, from Spencer, from Roman, from everyone around me, mate. Absolutely mad.
Yeah, because you guys have done a deal or so between you. I know. Yeah.
Aye.
So there is a bit of trading that goes on.
Exactly. We sold 18 watches, which we would never sell in a weekend in general. But first and foremost, and keep business aside, right? I see so many people I deal with on a daily basis. But now I finally have met them. I see their faces. Like I'm in a bit of an isolated island, like in Ireland. Like, I mean...
No, we hadn't noticed.
No.
We did notice the big private jet you came across on.
Yeah, fuck. I'm trying to get home tonight. Not possible.
Well, I fancy you're going Ryanair, my friend.
No, but listen, the fact yesterday, and I think it's been... I'm still living on the clouds. Like what happened yesterday, that so many people wanted to take photos or wanted to be at the stand or wanted to be here. Like, I mean, I've never experienced anything like it. I'm just, like, I'm living in a dream at the moment. So.
That's absolutely fantastic. Now, your YouTube channel specifically is really different to watch.
Yes.
What is it that inspired you to basically rip it out of everybody in terms of the watch world and what they're wearing? Where did that come from?
That's me every day. Like, I mean, I call a spade. Like, if something is bad, I call it bad. Like, I mean, that's me in person every single day. I call it shite, but I'm trying to behave myself, and all of a sudden, right, fuck that. You're getting the real Nico now. I'm fucking trying to behave myself here. Fuck off.
So interestingly, Roman said to me this morning, the one thing I'm struggling with is when I speak to everybody out there, I might struggle a little bit of the dialect. And I'm thinking, your best mate, Nico, no one can understand a word he says, and he's 200 miles away.
Exactly. But listen, I just want to say this, right? And I've said this on Instagram before. I don't know where Charlie is. Did he do a runner or what's the story?
Yeah, Charlie seems to be hiding in the background. If somebody can abduct him and bring him to the stage, it would be great for everybody to show their appreciation to Charlie.
Listen, Charlie has put an insane event on, right? This is what you guys have put here. I wouldn't be able to do that. No one would be able to do that. What you guys have done is incredible.
Like, I see you've announced a new show as well.
Yes,
Tell everybody about your new show.
No.
You're not going to tell us a word?
No, I'm not telling you nothing.
Does it have swearing content in it?
Yes, the whole day.
Okay, that's
a lot of. Yeah, never mind.
That's all we need to know. Now, there's only one man here who out-trumps you for looks.
Yes.
We all know who that is.
That's the coolest man of fucking life.
Literally.
Yo!
Let's bring on Eric Rivera.
Go, Eric. You.
Eric, in you come.
Thank you.
In you come. Eric, I want to be you. Honestly, I want to slim down, I want to put dark glasses on, I want my hair to grow back, and I want to be you. What's it like to be Eric?
I'm just a normal guy. I like watches, like sunglasses, and having a good time. I'm here to party.
You are here to party, aren't you? You've had a bit of a big weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a very good weekend. It was a bit trouble to get here just because connecting flights suck. But we made up the time, between I got here and touchdown. It's been a great experience. Fantastic.
And give us your take on the London Watch Show.
Well, the first thing that I told Paul, which Paul's a rock star, by the way, here. The first thing I told Paul is I said, he took me around, showed me what's going on. I said, hey, Paul, how many years has this show been going on for? And he goes, what are you talking about? This is the first year. And if I would have never believed that because it's very well put together, very well thought out. It's got a really nice venue. The rooms are nice. The whole place is nice. And I think that's very important that it was well thought out. It's got a good turnout and it has a good feel for the public to come. It's not like a trade show where it's just all business. It has a lot of fluff and I like that. It's nice.
Fantastic. And I know everybody wants to know, I'm sure you saw on everybody's social last night there was VIP. I want to know what went on with Eric after the VIP. Where does the coolest man at the Watch Show go after the VIP?
All I'm going to say is that I was very jet lagged and I wanted to conserve my energy.
All right. So you went out. You went out. Who did you drag along with you, Nico? No, say nothing. Say nothing. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on the I think it's the last. We haven't quite saved the best till last. Ladies and gentlemen, Oisin O'Malley. Oisin. I can't even say it. Oisin. I have no idea. Front and centre. Now, we only met about an hour ago.
Sorry, I'm a little taller than some of us.
Yeah, it's a good little shield blocker there. I'm feeling like the little person here. In fact, Spencer, you better get a box to stand on. How's it been for you? You've taken your glasses off, so that's a start.
Yeah, well, you know, I had a few beers, so I fixed the problem from last night.
Okay.
I was able
Hair
to
of the dog.
Look at people in the eye, finally, yeah.
Talk to me about your journey in the watch world, because your business isn't actually watches, is it?
It's not. I'm a pimp.
You're a pimp.
This is my cover.
Maybe I want to come back as you. Sorry, Eric. Tell me about your real world.
Well, I do music production mainly. Mind you, since COVID, very little of that stuff. And, you know, as a way of passing the time, I figured I'd try a shot at this YouTube thing. And it's been all right. I think.
Been all right?
Everybody agree? It's been okay? It's been all right? All right, good.
What's the plan for the channel? I mean, do you sit there and think, I need to do this next? These guys, I watch all your channels. These guys specifically, I feel like there's plans, they know where they're going. And your channel, I watch it, and it seems to be whatever's on your mind seems to come through.
Right. I actually considered making a video that would get me unsubbed by everybody, like offend as many and see if I can actually undo the entire process and then piss off back into the music industry.
I can help you with that, because we ended up in YouTube jail because someone reported us for counterfeit goods or reporting.
I nearly got that myself, yeah.
But fortunately, we got our channel back because obviously we were just telling people how to spot these things. Thank you to the person who reported us.
Yeah, if that guy is here, I'll buy you a beer. It's all right.
Hey.
No hard feelings.
I love that. So you've enjoyed your experience at the London Watch Show?
Oh yeah, fantastic. Great meeting these guys.
Because
amazing to finally meet all these lads.
You guys obviously know of each other. You may chat, you may go on each other's channels, but actually in person, first time?
First time, yeah. I finally met Paul Thorpe, the man, after 2 years nearly, right? Fantastic. Amazing.
Okay.
Great bunch of lads.
Fantastic.
All very modest. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, you thought there'd be some egos.
I thought, you know, it's YouTube. Well, besides this little fecker. The smallest guy has the biggest persona.
Well, just the biggest everything.
I thought you were like, no, never mind, biggest. No.
But yeah, it's been great. It's been fantastic.
And when you've been
lovely, sweet people. It's great to finally see the face. You see the numbers on YouTube and so on, and on Instagram, but it's great to finally see a face behind those names, behind those internet handles. It's beautiful.
Now, everybody runs their YouTube channel differently. I know because I produce Spencer's show, That Watch Guy London, and we're very small. We have a little fan club of people. We put a live show out every Monday night. Did I plug it enough, everybody? That Watch Guy London? Okay. We put out a live show. We're not interested necessarily in monetizing YouTube. Spencer's obviously interested in selling watches. You're interested in selling watches. You're interested in YouTube and selling watches.
No, I'm a watch dealer.
You're
I'm not
a watch
YouTuber.
dealer first and foremost.
No, first and foremost. YouTube gave me a second chance in the watch world.
Yeah.
So that's the truth, right? I'm a watch dealer above anything else.
Above anything else. I'm going to ask Roman if we could just pass the mic back to Roman for a second. Roman, like, I see the stuff you put out, and honestly, I am amazed and baffled because I know how much hard work I have to do to get his show out. What goes into producing, I mean, basically all your shows, but what goes specifically into producing your show?
Well, first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to my head of videography, Chelsea, holding the camera back
there you
here.
go.
Who traveled
Chelsea.
with me.
Oh, Chelsea!
So she has 2 other, how do you get chaps, lads? What's the popular term here?
Lads.
Lads.
Yeah,
lads.
chaps.
She has 2 other lads in her team. The schedule is grueling. Our chief of marketing, Avi, one morning said, grab a camera, start following Roman around. I want to do a day in a life. And they're like, okay, we tape starting on Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have a meeting. The following Monday, the video goes out. Hours and hours of raw footage, a lot of hard work. For the first 2 months, I only had 2 videographers. It was her and Ian. And they literally worked 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, and I'm not exaggerating, to get a show out every Monday for 2 months straight. So big shout out to my video team,
Fantastic.
Ian, Chelsea, Cameron.
Yeah, I don't think people appreciate how much goes into producing any of these shows. And what happens is you start, perhaps as we did, with a good idea. We've got Paul Thorpe helping us, and maybe we'll just get a little show out. And then all of a sudden it starts to become a little bit all-consuming. And then it's how do you improve on your content? How do you change direction? Do you listen, Adrian, perhaps to your viewers in terms of the direction they want to take you? Do you listen to the comments, whether they're negative or positive, to shape your channel, or do you just go with what you feel?
No, I think with no. I think the short answer is sometimes there's like useful feedback around sound, lighting, but a lot of the time it's just I just want to make the content that I want to make. It's essentially my channel.
Yeah.
I absolutely appreciate everyone who's joined the kind of community around that, but YouTube is there's so much work that goes into it with very little return that if you try and turn that into the business, it's tiring. And
Yeah.
I do everything myself, and so
You do all your filming,
I do all the filming,
everything.
all the editing. That's why I can only do 1 video a week.
That's exhausting, bro.
Oh man,
That's
it's
exhausting.
tiring. And so if you try and do something that someone else wants you to do, then it becomes a job. And for me, it's a hobby that's worked out well. But yeah, no.
I find it really
I want to
interesting.
add to
Yeah,
what he
go,
said
go.
real quick. So when Avi, my CMO, came to me 3 years ago, say, Roman, we need a face. We need you to go on YouTube. Here's a camera, start talking. The one rule I made, as I said to him, I said, look, the only thing I can promise you to do is to tell it like it is, to be myself, not to act, not to script. And we've stuck with that in 3 years. Yes, suggestions are welcome from all of our viewers, and we have taken on a lot of great suggestions. But at the end of the day, these guys, they turn on the camera, they follow me around the office doing my job. My main focus is to run the company. My second focus is maybe the video production. For the most part, we're watch dealers. This is what we're here to do. And we're fortunate enough to have a good team behind us to be able to show us what we do on a daily basis, on an hourly, without ever scripting it. Yes, it makes their job harder, but at the end of the day, you get real raw content of how it really is.
It's very interesting because we live in different countries and we have different ways we do things. And I know we've spoken about this before. Sorry, you're right behind me. Do jump on in. We've spoken about this before, but some of the comments we get are from people that watch your channels, and they say, you need to be more like he who will not be mentioned, who is not here, because we don't run our channel like that. But you need to be more real life. We want to see deals. But actually over here, clients, generally speaking, customers of let's say, Spencer, they don't necessarily want to have the ins and outs of the deal filmed. But in your world, people seem to be quite happy to sort of sit and have their negotiations taken care of.
When you're talking about B2B,
Yeah.
right, at the end of the day, let's not kid ourselves. YouTube is extremely entertainment to the end user, but it also is a tool for us as a company, as a business, to put ourselves out there. It's a humongous marketing tool. And trust me when I tell you, there's not a dealer in this room that wouldn't love to be on Nico's channel and get exposed to 500,000
Absolutely.
people. And so B2B, it works fairly easily. On the private customer end, it really all about how you present it. In the one way you can say, oh my God, look at this incredible Lamborghini or Ferrari. Oh, look at this $20 million watch collection. But if you approach a client and talk about him in terms of passion, why do you have this particular watch collection? And what inspired you to buy this particular antique car? And how long did it take you to achieve what you have achieved? What did you do to get here to be such a huge collector? It's all about how you spin it and how you talk to people, right? If you want to do the lifestyle with the rich and famous, yes, that was a successful show before a lot of you guys were born.
Absolutely.
But definitely him. But if you're gonna, hey Nico, what's going on?
Oh, no, sorry.
But
Sorry.
it's all
Don't mind me.
it's all about the approach, right? It's all about. Let's get a round of applause for this video. Let's go.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You.
But at the end of the day, it's how you approach it, right? You can do a video without invading people's privacy, and you can spin it in a way where it doesn't become about the monetary factor, which is huge in our industry. Listen, we sell expensive things, but if you approach somebody and talk to them about their passion, they're usually more than happy to talk to you.
I don't think we can continue this without maybe just a last word from Paul Thorpe. He's got a microphone. Because you've gone all quiet and shy and in the background. Step forward for a second, young man.
I'm happy to let everyone else have this.
All right. Paul is very, very instrumental in fact, to all of us. He's like the glue in the sandwich. I'm not really in the watch world. I'm just helping out. Apparently I am now. I'll have a pay rise, please, after what you just said about the work that goes in. Paul, why don't you sum up for everybody some closing words for the weekend?
Well, I'm just pleased to bring these guys to you, not only here today, but also what I did when I started doing my YouTube channel again. I wanted to prove to the watch people out there that these guys, people like this, are real people, good people, honest people, which is not always the perception that they're looked upon. And I think they prove today, and on their channels and what they do in their lives, they prove me right every day. And I'm proud of each and every one of them. I just want to finish on saying this. These American boys might not understand this, but in the words of an old Cockney comedian, and we all know that is, tonight, boys, we're not going out, we're going out.
Hey. Here, can I say one thing, right? Because a lot of people don't know this.
How did I know you were going to have the last word?
No, I don't. You know, a lot of people don't realize this, right? But before I started YouTube, there was one man I reached out to do something on YouTube. Guess who? That man there. Yeah. And that was it. I thought he didn't reply, but I mean, then I started a YouTube channel, and then I thought, he's a dick, he didn't reply. Ha ha, now you want to do something with me, but then I realized he did reply.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one big round of applause for all your favorite YouTube stars.
Thank you.
All right, now before we go, look who's just walked up with a big box of papers. It's Charlie.
Chelsea,
everybody, it's Charlie.
Charlie boy.
That's a cue for an applause. It's Charlie. All right. Spencer, make yourself useful and hold the... Let's try and whiz a table in from somewhere.
Now, apparently, I'm doing this draw, and I've had approximately 100 people over the weekend say to me, Paul, please can you make sure that you pick out my ticket? So I'm not going to be able to please everyone tonight, that's for sure.
All right. Now, what we're drawing for here is everybody's been... here we go. So, Paul, why don't you take over from here?
Chelsea, we are doing a draw for a ceramic Daytona. Charlie, do you want to give the full details? So we have an unworn ceramic Daytona. Fresh from the looky man.
Nico, can you see if it's real? Nico, check if it's real.
Yes.
Charlie. So who is going to do this spinning thing so that... we
gotta give it to the tallest guy. Come on, Nico.
I'm choosing it, am I? Right.
Do I spin?
Yes, you spin.
Nico,
you spin.
There'll be an inquiry if he pulls one out.
I rack it like...
I'm not going to look. Tell me when it stops.
He's looking.
You can stop, Nico, really.
Tell me when you're ready.
Find the lid.
Find the lid.
Are you ready?
No, not that one.
Is there a drum roll or something?
How about nothing in my hand, look. How about this one? Mrs. Thorpe.
Oh!
You are not going to believe it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
You can read that out.
Jammy Kids. The Kettle Kids.
Let me see.
I've got to be honest, I was hoping it was going to go to a private, but there you go.
What is it?
Here.
I'm disappointed.
Did you hear? Did you feel everybody just sigh there?
Who won?
What?
Who won?
Who?
Who won?
Kettle Kids.
Oh! Hey, you want to watch?
I'll buy it.
Charlie, let's give you the closing words because, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Charlie. Charlie, I'd like to say that you've lost some hair over this, but clearly you must have had a lot to start with. Now that it's pretty much all over, how are you going to reflect on this weekend?
I'm just going to chill out, unwind, and recap on exactly what it is we're going to look to do in 2022. And yeah, just celebrate definitely going to let my hair down a little bit tonight and just, yeah.
On a 1 out of 10, 1 to 10,
Hey, Paul.
how happy are you with this?
Yeah,
Spence.
10 out of 10, definitely.
Paul.
I want a picture. Go on, me.
Oh, right, okay, apparently you're all jumping in for a picture. I'll jump out of this one. Okay, everybody who's joined us on our YouTube live this afternoon, thank you very much indeed for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on our channel live on Monday, where we will be recapping the entire weekend. But for now, I'm going to leave you with all of your favourite YouTube stars.